welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I'm a homeschool mom to 3 kids, ages 10, 4, and 2. Today we're going to be talking about how I prepare a unit study. I have a huge passion for unit studies. I love the concept of finding a topic and really diving in deep to the study of that particular topic. I love incorporating unit studies with current studies that we're doing, like as a branch or a rabbit trail off of what we're studying for our main curriculum. I also like to just ask my kids what kind of topics they're interested in, what they want to know more about. Sometimes I will kind of keep track of questions that they ask me that I might not have all the answers to, or maybe a short-term interest that they have, and I'll kind of file that away and then pull unit studies together with those. Also, unit studies can seem like they would be very overwhelming to kind of do on your own. However, they are so easy, like ridiculously easy, and they don't take a lot of effort. You can make them as in-depth or as surface level as you want. You can make them last for a day. You can make them last for 4, 6, 8 weeks. It just depends on how much information you pack in, how many books you get, how many different resources you kind of put together for it. So today I'm going to be walking you through the process that I do to come up with a unit study. So first I will come up with a topic, and once I have a topic, for this example we're going to be using ponds. My kids are really interested in knowing more about ponds and their wildlife. So once I come up with a topic, next step is to collect resources. How are you going to present the information on the topic to your children? For the information and study portion, I really like to use a mix of maybe some little tiny mini themed downloads that I can get from Etsy. That's a wonderful place to go if you're looking for a specific topic and some printable resources. So I'll go there and see if I can find some sort of bundle that someone created that has like a theme to whatever we're talking about. I also like to use books. So we will hit up the library. I think the library is a fantastic place for unit study books because you need a lot of them. And it can get quite expensive if you're buying all of those books. So I like to search my library's online database and find books that correspond with the topic of ponds in this instance, and I will put them all on hold, and then I will go to the library and pick them all up. I like to select books that are both informative and nonfiction and give you facts and information, as well as storybooks and just sweet stories that go along with the theme. I think mixing in some sweet fiction stories with the informative books really helps kind of keep your kids engaged. Once I've accumulated some resources as far as either a curriculum or a unit study or little printables from Etsy, some things to go along with the theme, some information, maybe some flashcards, some little paper activities, and a big stack of books, I will start sitting down and writing down all my resources. So I actually have these unit study planning pages. They're in my Etsy shop if you want it for yourself, but I really like the way this is laid out because it has a books and curriculum section, so you'd write down any curriculum or any books that you were using. It has a media section, and I love adding in documentaries to our unit studies just because I think it has a connection on a whole different level. And one of the streaming sites that I love to use for this is Curiosity Stream, and it's full of documentaries. So you can just go on there and type in a topic and it'll pull up documentaries that are about that topic. Disney Plus is also a really great place. Also, if it's a unit study on, say, a history topic or something like that, there are actually some historical fiction movies on Disney and Netflix that are really, really great. Last year we watched the Ruby Bridges movie. We also watched Hidden Figures, and so those are also really great to add in if you're doing a history unit study. So once I have kind of my resources laid out, then I like to think of something hands-on that the kids can do. Some sort of project, some sort of craft, some sort of experiment, something that can really give them that hands-on connection to the topic that we're studying. Another thing that I really like to add in is some sort of sensory bin as well. And this can be themed to the unit study, which is really fun. So for this one, we did a pond sensory bin with water beads, and I cut little lily pads out of some sponges from the grocery store, some frogs and turtles and rocks, and just made a little pond for them to play in. Once I have any projects that I have come up with, I will go ahead and write any supplies in the supply list area, and these could range from anything from glue and scissors to any like supplies you have to pick up at the store, specific ones, sponges in this example, or water beads, and you just list them there so you know what you need to purchase. I also really love when we can, and it's not for every unit study, but if I can find a field trip to go on, we will. So we did kind of a farm unit last year, and we ended up going to a dairy cow farm, and that was amazing. We've gone to the apple orchard with an apple unit before, and so I really try to come up with some kind of trip that we can go on. For this one, we actually are planning on going to the nature center and checking out kind of their wetland ponds there. They have like nature trails through there, and then also their grandparents have a pond in their backyard, so we can always go over there and just examine pond life, catch frogs, play with turtles, that sort of thing. And then if this is an extensive unit study that is going to take us a few weeks to go through, I will go ahead and kind of break down in my planner the days that we're gonna do stuff from it. So I kind of will be like, okay, we're gonna read 2 books out of our stack. We're going to do the pond life flashcards, or the pond animal game, or the lacing cards, or whatever it may be, and I will kind of spread it out so that we know what we need to do for that unit study for that day. If it's just a short mini unit study, which to be honest, that's typically what I do, that are only like a few days long, sometimes even just an afternoon. Like if it's a very basic topic, just an afternoon, we will just go ham and just go in all of it. And a lot of times that'll be like our school for the day, and we won't really do like our main subjects. We'll just have fun with the unit study. I try to incorporate a lot of different resources and activities for my age range, because I have a 10-year-old and then I have a 4-year-old, and so the span between them developmentally is huge. So I obviously have to kind of gauge it for both of them that way. And a lot of times the little printables I find on Etsy will have some things for the older kids and some things for the younger kids. For this example, there was a pond handwriting practice pages that I found. Some of it was cursive and more words and like kind of like a little quote, and then some of it was just printing the letters and the word turtle. So it's just kind of incorporating a lot of different resources. I love the way that unit studies kind of bring us together to where we can kind of study the same topics at the same time and just really dive in. They're some of my favorite things. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I typically plan a unit study. It seems more complicated than it is. I hope I broke it down into easy enough steps for you, and I definitely encourage you guys, if you've never done unit studies, go ahead and try them out, because it's an amazing way to learn new things. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.